Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgia. I hope you're well. Welcome to another monthly reset vlog. I feel like we literally only sat down to film our March to April one like 3 days ago, and here we are filming our April to May one. So May is a super exciting month for me because it is my birthday month and we have a lot of lovely plans for this month as well. We've got a 66 books trips coming up, we've got a holiday, we've got a weekend away in Newcastle. All very exciting things that I cannot wait for. Before we get into the month of May, we need to do our little monthly reset. So I have some fun little plans today. I'm going to do my usual, like my trackers and my journal and things like that, but I have finished my 75 books this month, so I am officially off the book buying ban. So I think we're going to do a bit of book shopping to start with. So we're going to go on a little trip to my sort of local shopping centre and we're going to go and do some book shopping, and then we will come home, open some other book mail and stuff. I've got my fairy loot, I've got some pre-orders and some exciting bits and bobs like that. So we're going to do that first and then we will sit down and do everything else that we need to do today. So let's get ready and let's go shopping. Let's go buy some books. Let's go. I've just got back to the car. That was such a successful little trip. I've picked up like 5 or 6 books and I've also just picked up some other things that I really needed to get a hold of while I was here. So let's drive home and then we'll go through our little haul together. Let's go. Okay, I've just got home, so let's go through our little haul. So I'm going to go through all the books I've picked up today, and then I'm also going to go through the books I've just sort of received through the month as well. I've got some pre-orders of my fairy loots and things like that. So hello. We need to do your clothes, don't we, missus? They're getting a bit long. Okay, so my drink of choice today, I've actually got a Fanta Peach. It's from one of like the Japanese shops in Meadow Hall, and I had one of these the other day and it was quite possibly the greatest thing on the planet. So this is our drink of choice today. It's just so good. And you know what? I actually think these are sugar free as well, which just makes it so much better. Only 48 calories and 0 grams of sugar, so bit of me. Grab a drink, grab a snack, let's go through the books I've just bought. I didn't exceed my limit either, which is very good for me. The first book that I picked up was Game On by Nevessa Allen. Book 3 in the Into Darkness series by this author. I haven't actually read book 1 yet, but if it's anything like the Brim Weaver ones, which is what I've heard, then I'm gonna love these. I'm pretty sure they're like stalker rom-coms, something along those lines, and I've heard nothing but amazing things, so now that I've got book 3, I will probably give these a go. I next picked up book 1 and 2 in the Edge of Darkness trilogy by Lee Rivers. I've heard the most amazing things about this series. It's a dark romance one and I just really want to give it a go. It sounds so good. So yeah, we've got Insatiable and Voracious, I think is how you say that. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I'm dyslexic. We all know this, but I'm really excited to give these ones a go. Larry Reeds is always raving about these books and I really want to see what the fuss is about, and they're a lot shorter than I expected, I think, as well. I next picked up A Stage Set for Villains by Shannon J. Span. I have seen all the arcs going out for this one. I know it's only come out relatively recently, like in the last few months, and everyone's been reading the arcs for it and going crazy. I didn't even know it was a thing. I've never read anything by this author, but I am very excited to give this one a go. It sounds like such a fun setup. It's like a fantasy romance. There's the sort of competition and trials element, which I always really enjoy in a fantasy, so I'm definitely looking forward to giving this one a go. It sounds incredible and it's got such good ratings. And then finally, for the ones that I picked up on my little haul today, I've just got The Night Prince. This is book 2 in the Wolf King series. I think I'm probably going to end up waiting till book 3 comes out, or nearing on book 3 release day, to give this one a go. A spider outside has like come down on the roof and it's just like hanging in front of the window and it's kind of putting me about. I'm not scared of spiders, but I really don't like them, and he's just like there It's really distracting. I'm probably going to wait for book 3 to read all 3 back to back then, just to like read the full series and have it all fresh in my mind. I'm excited that we're getting a step closer. I want to say it's like November when the last one comes out, but we'll see. I might start reading them before then, who knows. We shall see, but very excited to give this one a go. I next have just some other random books that either like friends have bought for me or like pre-orders, and I've also got some mail that I don't know what it is, but it feels like a book, so I thought we could open it together. I've got Taurus Season by Bryn Weaver. James very kindly bought me this one. With me having finished the Ruinous Love trilogy by this author, I was like a little bit sad that I didn't have any of her books to read, and then this showed up the next day because he is an absolute babe. I love Bryn Weaver's writing so much. I think they're so funny. She's also announced that she's just like redone her first ever series and like revamped that. And I'm really excited to try that as well. She's released all 3 books immediately and they're on Amazon. So I do think I'm probably going to end up ordering those in the next few weeks as well. This is her sort of like new series. I don't even know what the series is called. The Seasons of Carnage trilogy. So I'm really excited to get into these ones. I think Harvest Season's the next one and that one's coming out relatively soon as well. So really excited to read that one. This was also a treat from my wonderful boyfriend James. He's honestly the greatest person ever. He's so sweet. He spoils me rotten. This is Bloody Black by Rhiannon Hargadon. I think I'm saying her name right. But yeah, this one is another piratey one. I've heard amazing things about this one as well. When we went to the Spicy Librarian the other month, I saw like a sign for this and was like, oh my god, I've been looking for that book forever. I couldn't get it in the UK and they didn't have it in stock. So I was absolutely gutted. And then, yeah, I was then complaining about it and then it showed up. He's a legend. I love him so much. I've got the new Sinners series. So we've got Sinners Anonymous, Sinners Condemned, Sinners Consumed and Sinners Atoned. They are the Works Sprayed Edges editions. So I'm so excited to get into these ones. They are all dark romances. I'm really liking sort of dark mafia romances. Mafia in particular. I love a mafia romance anyway. So I'm really looking forward to giving these ones a go. They look like a lot of fun and they are also just absolutely gorgeous. We next have Starstied by Alex Astor. Faye has just finished reading this and is raving about it and literally is like, it's that good I could read it again immediately. So another one that I want to jump into immediately. I have read the first 3 books in the Lightlark series by this author and loved those, but this is her sort of like adult romance, so I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. This was a pre-order and one that again I want to get into very soon. It sounds like such an interesting concept and like the powers are in the weapons, not in the people or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. Again, sounds like so much fun. I then have this Amazon parcel that I just haven't opened yet. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'm assuming it's this one anyway because I've seen some other people receiving their copies. It is indeed. So we have book 5 in the Beast of the Briar series. I have just noticed, what is that? What? Can you see that? There's like, what is this about? Oh, that's really annoying. Do I care enough to actually complain and send it back and ask for a new one though? Oh, what do I do? That is so frustrating. Oh, this has been on my doorstep for a while and I've just like not opened it as well, but I don't know how long it's been there because, you know, my brain doesn't acknowledge things like that. So like, oh, do I try and send this back? Anyway, this is book 5 in the Beast of the Briar series by Elizabeth Helen. I am probably going to end up restarting that series, which we'll talk about a bit later on when we do my series tracker, because I've had some thoughts and feelings about that in particular. I'm really excited to get back into this series again. I've heard the most amazing things. I only rated book 1 around 3-star, but everyone was like, it's incredible, you've just got to push through the awkward first book and then it's absolutely amazing. Elizabeth Helen has announced that they will be releasing the last 3 books literally within like the next 6 months, so this will be a complete series pretty soon. We next have some book mail that I have no idea what this is, but it got like randomly got delivered. I've not had any contact to say that I'm receiving this, so I literally have no idea what's in here, so we're just gonna open it and see what happens. Oh my god, okay, so this is Ghost of You by Kaylee Hilton. I actually did an ARC read of this. Yeah, this came out in 2024. This was quite possibly the most heartbreaking book I have ever read. It was incredible and soul destroying in the best way. So this is Ghost of You by Kaylee Hilton. Like, so this came out in 2024. It's such an amazing romance, but it's got like some really dark topics throughout and it is incredible. And we've got some like art in here as well that is absolutely stunning. Oh my god. And then we also got this little envelope, so we're just gonna have a look at what's in here. So we've got like a load of bookmarks. I really like these. So there's like loads of different bookmarks in here. So it says Ghost of You on the back, and then I'm assuming they're all different quotes. She's my lifeline and my whole damn fucking world. You're at my mercy and I'll forever be at yours. We've just got the same sort of like fan art on that one, and then you're so vanilla. Oh baby, we both know I'm far from vanilla. Oh, I remember reading all these quotes. It was such a good book. If heaven has lost an angel, I know for certain I have found her. Oh, this book genuinely broke my heart. Thank you so much, Kaylee, for sending that over. That is so sweet of you. I'm so happy to finally have my hands on a physical copy of this book. Like I say, it was an ARC from 2024, but I highly, highly, highly recommend grabbing this. I think you can get it on Amazon. You can obviously get the physical copies as well, but I do think it's on Kindle. It might be on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not entirely sure. But such an amazing read. I highly, highly, highly recommend. And then finally, we just have my fairy loot. So my fairy loot from March came really late this year. So this is her. I did an unboxing on my Instagram, but it was a bit late for the, you know, the physical one for you guys. But such a beautiful book as always. They are absolutely stunning. Like the sprayed edges, the detail on there is insane. As always, the end page art, the naked hardcover, the reversible dust jacket, and the other side of the end page art as well. This is honestly gorgeous. It's an enemies to lovers, like warlock and mermaid story. Freya is currently playing with my skirt. I've actually put this one on my TBR for the month of May. I'm so excited to give this one a go. It sounds insane. She's sentenced to death and the warlock sort of offers her a deal, but I'm so excited. And then finally, for my little book haul for this month, because this is actually a bit more than I expected, we have my April fairy loot. I haven't opened this yet, so let's open it together. So we have Deadly Affairs is the theme for this month. Okay, that's really pretty. So Death's Daughter by S.A. Barn. This is gorgeous, again with the stunning sprayed edges, full wraparound. This is so pretty. So it just says on the back, time for her to join the family business. Intrigued. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. The reversible dust jacket and the naked hardcover. That is so pretty. I love that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm so excited. And then the end page art as well. Absolutely stunning. Lovely stuff. So very excited about that one as well. Such a good little haul. Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to get all of these books back on the bookshelves actually. I was going to sit down and do my journal next, but I want to get my desk cleared and these books taking up a lot of room. So I think next up on the to-do list is going to be to get everything on the shelves. Let's put all these books away. So next up, let's go through my series tracker. I usually do this before I put my books on the bookshelves, but I've just realised I've put them all on my bookshelves and now I'm a bit stuck. So we're going to have to just trust that I've put them all on my Goodreads and try and use that as my sort of like marker. I want to make some changes to this sort of setup because I have books on here, on my TBR cart and on my series tracker that I know for a fact I'll be starting again. So like, for example, Ravenhood series by Kate Stewart. For me to read book 2, I'm going to have to reread book 1. So I'm going to take it off my series tracker, I'm going to take it off my TBR cart and we're just going to start again. It's like how I've done it with The Serpent and the Wings of Night. The Serpent and the Wings of Night I read like a year ago and I picked up book 2 and I was so lost and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this because I can't remember what happened and I don't want to ruin it for myself. So I'm rereading book 1. So book 2 is already off, but on here I'm on book 2. And I don't like that because it's not true to the series I need to finish because I need to start them again. I want to update them, I want to restart them, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with my series tracker and I'm first just going to take off all the books that I need to start the series again for. It is mostly fantasy. I feel like with romance you can sort of stop and start with them because they tend to be interconnected. Whereas with my fantasies, they're all like follow on from each other and I forget either like the politics or just the nitty gritty details that I feel like will be important and will lower my rating of the next book because I can't remember what happens. So to do them justice and for me to actually enjoy them as much as I want to, I'm just going to restart the series. Let's jump straight into my series tracker and then we're going to start by removing those. So let's go. So this is my series tracker. At the minute it's sitting at 22 books to finish, so that is going to drop quite significantly while I update this. I've got them just on the ones that I'm in progress at the minute anyway because this is the one I look at most often. So we'll start by going through these. So Real Birthrights is fine, Legacy of Gods fine, Never After fine. The Ravenhood series, this is one that I said I do want to start again. So I'm going to put this as not started. I'm going to put it on 0 and I'm going to take it off the cart. Beast of the Briar, the exact same. I read book 1 probably nearing on 2 years ago now. Can't remember what happened. Want to read the rest. Obviously just got book 5. I want to do the series justice. We're starting again. Bloodwing Academy is fine. I didn't read that. It weren't that long ago. Crowns of Nyaxia, like I said before, I'm not going to be reading book 2 yet. I'm going to be rereading it. So we're going to take book 1 off the cart. Fourth Ring, fine. Lightlog, fine. Once Upon a Broken Heart is another one where I've read book 1. I can't remember it. I'm thinking of doing like a reading the full trilogy sort of video anyway. We're going to take that off the cart and start the series again. Plated Prisoner series, exactly the same. I read this probably over a year ago again. I want to reread it. It's coming off the cart. And then Ruthless Boys is fine. Shadow and Bone, another one. I'm so sorry. I really need to get better at this. It's coming off the cart. Overseas is fine, Zodiac fine, Housemaid fine, Bride fine, Game Changers fine, yep. Cool. So the cart is very empty now. That's quite sad actually, it looks so bare. I'm gonna have to find a way to sort of jazz that up because it just looks completely empty now. That's 5 series that I'm just going to be starting again because I want to do them justice. I'm so bad for just like picking up a book and then not picking the series up again for ages, and I really want to get better at that. It is something I really want to work on. Let's start adding on the new books then. So we first got the Sinners Anonymous series. So this is a romance. It's a complete series. I've not started it yet. There are 4 of them and I haven't started it. Bloody Black is a standalone. Starside looks like a standalone. The Wolf King, I don't actually think is on here. It's a fantasy, it's ongoing, not started it yet, 2 books out, and I've read neither of those. The Stage Set for Villains is a standalone. Into Darkness, there's now 3 of these out, so I'll change that. We've then got The Edge of Darkness, which is the new Lee Rivers one that I've just bought. We then also have the Seasons of Carnage, which is the Brim Weaver's new ones. Brim Weaver. And these are dark romances. It's an ongoing series. Not started it yet. There's only 1 book out and I am yet to read it. So now I need to actually update the ones that I have read. So this month has actually been a very good reading month. So I've read the first book in the Hope Harbour series. So I am up to date with this one because there's only 1 book out and I've read it. So with the Mortal Instruments series, I've got this as complete, but I'm actually going to put this as in progress because I'm rereading it. Last month I had only read 1 of them. I've read 2 more this month. Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac next. I've actually read the next 2 books in that series as well. Off Campus series by L. Kennedy. I've now read book 3 in that one. The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. Say You'll Remember Me. I've now read the 2 books that are out, so I'm up to date with that one. Check and Chase, which is book 1 in the Breakaway series. I have now read both of those, so I'm up to date with that one. Silver Pines series, I've got it as up to date anyway, but a new one has come out. This is now a complete series. There's 5 books and I have read all 5. Stonewater Kingdom, there it is. I'm up to date with this one now as well because I finished book 1. There we have it, all up to date. As you can see here then, we have 121 series in total. I've completed 20 of them. I'm up to date with 15 of them. And I have 15 to finish, so that feels a lot better. Obviously we've taken quite a few books off the shelves. There we have it. So I'm just going to put these ones back on the shelves where they need to go. These are the ones I've just took off my TBR cart. So we've done our haul, we've put our books away. I'm going to put these ones back on the shelf. We've updated my series tracker. I'll show you a flip through of my bullet journal when I've done it because it's not a right now job. Do you remember like a month ago when I said that all of my books were going to be on Vinted? Well, I've still not done that. So maybe we can do that next. This feels like a good opportunity to get this done. I think that's going to be a good way to keep me accountable for doing that, because if not, I'm never going to do it. So then you can see me put them all on now, and then you will actually know that they're on because we've done it together in this video. I feel like I just need an excuse to like get it done because I keep putting it off. Maybe that is the next job to be done. Let's do that. Let's go. So I've literally just finished uploading them all and already 2 of them have sold. I've got these padded envelopes, so I've just put them in there. I'm assuming that's okay. So yeah, I've already had 2 successful sales and a few other items have already been like favorited and stuff as well, so it's going well. Okay, now that I've been on like the biggest side mission ever, I'm finally going to crack on with something that I needed to get done today. I'm going to get my journal done. I'm just going to give up on editing today and make that a job for the weekend. So I am going to crack on with my journal, I think. I'm glad I managed to get all the stuff on Vinted. I really wanted to get that done, and I said I was going to do that last month and didn't, so I'm glad that I finally managed to like squeeze it in somewhere. I've sent some of the parcels off, the rest are sat here because they're pretty much on my way home from work tomorrow, just with a slight detour, so I'm just going to send them tomorrow instead. I do think it's time to crack on with my journal, so I'm going to work out all my numbers. I'm going to sit and get this done, and then we will have a flip through together after. We did a really cute little flowery theme for April. I don't know what I'm going to do for May, to be completely honest with you guys. I think I'm also not going to write full reviews for my sort of wrap-ups either. I think I'm just going to do it a little bit differently because, to be honest, I can't be arsed. So I'm just going to put my rate in, I think. Let's crack on with my journal, and I will give you guys the flip through when we're done. So let's just have our final flip through of the journal together then. So starting off with our sort of like counter, I've added on the 10 that we've read this month. I'm very proud of myself for that one. In terms of my A to Z challenge, I've only actually managed to add one on, and that was City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. So there's a few that I do feel I could add on that start with the, and if we removed the, then it would have been fine, but obviously with the being there, I haven't done it. And then maybe at the end of the year we'll go back and fill that in. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't include the or are, but I'm going to try and do it without first, but if not, I'll add them in. We then have my 26 in 2026, and to this we have managed to tick off The Night and the Moth and also The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez, so we're definitely making some progress in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've managed to get 10 on here ticked off already, which I am actually very proud of myself for, because I thought I'd be doing like worse with this than that. I've then added a couple of arcs that I've received onto my sort of like new release tracker, but you'll see them in later videos anyway. In terms of my best book for 2026 then, my favourite book from this month has been Chasing the Fire by Paisley Hope. So I've added that into the April box, so that then pits that book against In Her Own League by List 140, and Chasing the Fire has won. And then same again where I've put in Chasing the Fire by List 140 against Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Trisha Levenseller. And again, I do think Chasing the Fire has won. That's what I've written down, that's what I'm sticking with now, but they are very different books to sort of pit against each other, so it's really difficult to decide. This then takes us to our year in stats then, so I've filled out all of the April ones, but they're on a page further on, which I think will be a bit easier to look at anyway. I've filled out my series trackers and, you know, crossed off the ones that are completed. I've written down all my April reads here. I feel like there is a lot of repeating in my bullet journal, like a lot of lists of the books I've read and sort of that sort of thing, encounters and things, but I like to see them in different formats. I'm then just going to quickly show you my 75 books, because obviously we have now finished this and I've done very well with that. I've written down all the books that I have completed. I'm going to do like a bit of a review here, I think, but I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. And because I did £5 in a savings account for every book I completed, we've actually got £95, which is the money that I spent earlier. I thought it was 100, but obviously I'd started the next book, but I hadn't finished it within the 75 days, so it is only actually £95. I still haven't gone over that anyway, so it's fine. And then we will jump over to my April spreads. So April reads, obviously just the title page, nothing to fill in here. And then we have sort of like our main April spread. So we've got my TBR here and how many of those I read. I did read 6 out of 6 for the first time ever. I have completed a TBR for the first time in my life. Go me. And then we have our statistics. So 10 books read, which worked out at 4,412 pages. 6 of those I read physically, 4 I read on audio. My average rating for this month was a 4-star. I had 1 5-star. I received, hauled, bought, was gifted 16 books in total. And I've also unhauled 7 books from my collection this month as well. I haven't read any arcs this month, so that now takes me to 480 books owned, 163 of those that I've read, and 84% of my TBR done. I then have my previous years that I always do in here. So in 2024 I read 4 books in April, in 2025 I read 6 books in April, and this year I've read 10. So we're getting better, we're getting better. And then I just have my what I read page. I couldn't be bothered with writing out reviews for them all, to be honest. I'm getting a bit lazy, but I did just want somewhere to see them all and what I rated them all. So I'm really happy with how this page turned out. I think I might just do it like this from now on, to be honest. Obviously, with it being a lot heavier this month and me reading a lot more, it makes more sense to have something like this. A very successful month. So that's everything for today's video, I think. I think I've covered everything and done everything I wanted to get done in this video. It's a little bit different to my usual ones, which is what I was kind of hoping for. We're definitely set and ready for going into May. I've got my TBR pulled already. All those books are set up and ready. All the books from April are away and back on my shelves. We've had a very productive day. All the books are on Vinted. They're all boxed up, ready to go. The ones that I've already sold are in a pile, ready to go into my car for me to take to work with me tomorrow. We've had a very, very, very good day. I'm feeling ready for the month of May. I want May to be as straightforward as possible so that I can just enjoy it and enjoy all my birthday plans and things. Have a nice holiday, have a nice trip to Newcastle. It's all going to be great. I'm so excited for all the birthday plans. I think that's everything for this video. If you've made it this far and you've enjoyed this video, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon, my Goodreads, my business email are all in the description bar below. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.